Hey, what's going on, Cynthia? It's nice to hear back from you. Hope everything's going well with your transition into your new job. And hey, fantastic job! You're already getting this website purchasing and getting some text and even having an offering out right off the bat. So yeah. Let me go ahead and talk about exactly what you mentioned here in this email, and then I'll go over what I can see and how we'd be able to help. All right. So launch the Office Poncho site to get things going and do some testing, get all the business legal stuff going. Fantastic. Getting products produced over the next few months. Apparel takes a while with the launch, most likely end of Q1. So end of Q1 would mean January, February, March. Is that am I thinking this correctly? Um, so if it's March, we have a lot of time to take our time with our SEO work. Now, if it's samples to show in January 2018, okay, so I guess we're not going to be ready to sell, actually have a product to hand out to people until maybe February, March, which gives us about 3-4 months to do our SEO, which actually is a really good time in terms of starting to build you up your website and start ranking you for those kinds of keywords. Now, the good news is, when you think about a website that's ranking for a keyword, not all websites are selling things that are related to the keyword that we want to capture. If someone's searching up a poncho with sleeves, there could perfectly be a good blog that just sits there and says, "Hey, I knitted this poncho with sweater, and here's some photos, here's what I'm talking about, blah blah blah," and then that page in a blog post could actually rank. And that's essentially what I imagine in my head if we were to go about doing this SEO sooner than later. Is what we would do is we would start building out like a blog page that starts just kind of writing a lot of hashing a lot of content that's around the poncho space. So you start building the authority by the time you have that launch date. That way, once you start building the traffic and people are like, oh, this is a really good website about ponchos and the problems that women have in the office with ponchos and being cold and things like that, I really like it. I'm going to subscribe, follow, like them on Facebook, and ooh, it looks like they are launching with this cool office poncho thing in Q1 of next year. I definitely am interested, and it looks like on top of that, I can even get this $10 off coupon if I sign up here in this email. So that's awesome. Very, very. You see how it says text poncho to 31996? What I would also do is subscribe to an email. That way, as you're building this out and as we're collecting traffic, as soon as you have that launch date, you're gonna be able to have this email list that you can reach out to and be like, hey guys, I know you've been waiting a lot of months for this. It's finally out. Because you signed up for this, here's that $10 coupon I promised. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Blah blah blah. And then that way you have that email list. So don't just do the text right here. Have an email where people can subscribe. That way you can reach out to them once you launch your product. So what I would do is SEO. Right, so we start ranking for all the different keywords that has to do with ponchos. Let me type in ponchos, see what we got. Now, this is another one of those national keywords, so it's not a local keyword, so we're going to have to, it does take time, which is actually good news because by the time you launch, we'll be able to, 43,000, wow. Definitely a target keyword we want to capture. Rain poncho, I don't know because it's office. I don't know. I know we talked about maybe making it waterproof. It just kind of depends. But I mean, this might be good info for you because you know exactly what kind of things people are searching right now. You can always just pause this video in your time and then just kind of look at the metrics, right? Keyword difficulty, meaning how difficult it is to rank for the keyword. Volume, meaning how many searches, estimated searches per month. This tends to be less than what it actually is, but at least it gives you a good ballpark, right? Poncho liner, George Bush poncho. I don't know why that's a thing. Poncho Villa, Bush poncho, Poncho Sanchez. So I wonder if these are like memes or something. Crotche poncho, hooded poncho, 1500. Military poncho. Men's poncho. I'm surprised women's poncho. Women's poncho right here. Sweater poncho. So yeah, you know what? You'll be able to take a look at this list and see what you think on your own time. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that we would do, right? Start our SEO campaigns and start targeting these kinds of keywords. Start ranking you. SEO, as you know, is one of those things that takes time. So this could be the perfect timing where in about 4 months you'll already be like on the first page, maybe at the bottom of first page for most of these keywords. And then once you actually have a product offering, then you're going to be able to really take it to the next level. But I understand if you're not making any money back on the website. then that could be an issue because you're just basically burning it until you get traffic. It's I understand it's totally up to you. Once we kind of get this traction off, I personally would like to have a side budget to run some Facebook ads and some PPC, Google AdWords ads, and tinker with that and see if we can get some traction there. If we can, then more power to it, and we're going to continue to push that. We have a couple of ideas with funnels, and as long as you have an awesome offering where you're like, don't say like 30% off, 40% off, say you're getting like 60, 80% off, huge savings, right? Maybe retail it for a little bit higher so you can still make the margins or actually just get a following and get some sales through, and then see how much traction we can get, and then we can start tweaking it from there. Okay, so if we do 5% off or 50% off or 30% off, what are the conversion rates from there? And obviously we track everything, so we know exactly if you're putting in $10 to an ad, if you're making $15, it makes sense for you to continue to run those ads. If you're losing money on it, then obviously we need to tweak something or not run it. So that's the kind of thing that obviously we want to watch out for you as well, that kind of thing. Obviously, if you need photos as well, we do that here. We got videographers and photographers in-house. It's Martin and Jordan, so we can do that as well. What sort of pricing? I can't make that decision myself. Let me ask a few questions. Let me dive into your competitors right here, your keywords, all these guys, and see how much what the competition is actually like, and then I can figure out in my head what it's going to take our time and resources to rank you, and then we can just kind of go from there. I want to work with you, Cynthia. I know you're a very business-minded oriented person. You understand the dynamics of SEO. You understand buyer-oriented. You understand copywriting and how that affects conversion rates. So you're not one of those people where I have to babysit and spoon-feed and advise them and tell them exactly this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. You're one of those people where I can work with you and you can say, hey, what about this idea? And then I can do my research, or I might know it on the spot, and then I can be like, hey, this is a good idea, but what if we shape it in this way as well? And then we can just kind of formulate our plan of attack with this around kind of what you're thinking to do, and making sure that it aligns with what you're looking for from us. All right, so I'll be in touch soon, Cynthia. I'll have that pricing out to you, a general pricing out to you after I shoot this video. I have a bunch of other videos stuff that I got to do before this one, and then I'll get back to you. All right, but I appreciate it, Cynthia, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right, thank you.